Hello everybody, welcome to our 5-minute daily devotionals for today. This is a series of short videos sharing some thoughts on a passage mula sa ating Moravian daily text readings. The same readings that the rest of our brothers and sisters at Gateway Church Wirral read every day, and we are joining them as we grow in the knowledge of God's Word. Our passage today is taken from 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 10 to chapter 10, verse 6. And we continue on what Paul is saying from yesterday, how God really desires and loves a cheerful giver, and how He wants to bless us with the abundance of His grace so that we will have all things in everything that we need doing God's work. Paul goes on to talk about this analogy of sowing and reaping. Kung ano tinanim, yun anihin, by saying in verse 10, He who supplies seed to the sower, God is the one who supplies seed to the sower. Tayo yung sower. God who supplies seed to us and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed for sowing and increase the harvest of your righteousness. So siya na nagbigay ng lahat ng ating pangangailangan, ng ating binhi, ng ating pagkain, ay siya rin magpapalaganap ng ating mga supply, mga pangangailangan for sowing and for our own righteousness. He is the one who gives all of these things. He is the source of everything. We are enriched, verse 11 says, you will be enriched in every way. For what reason? So that we can be generous in every way. God gives so that we can give what we have received. Freely we have received, freely we give. Tayo pinagyayaman, pinagpapala na Diyos para maging pagpapala sa iba. So that is the reason. Why did God bless me with this? Why did God entrust me with this? So that we can be a blessing to other people. So we could pass on kung ano yung binigay ng Diyos sa atin. Now, Paul goes on to lay down a point. In verses 1 onwards, sa chapter 10. Paul is trying to defend himself and the ministry that God entrusted to him. Tandaan natin na doon sa unang sulat ni Pablo sa mga mananampalataya sa Corinth, he was rebuking them about many issues na nakikita ni Pablo na mali, na hindi dapat magpatuloy. And Paul is saying in verse 2, we read, I beg of you that when I am present, kasi desire na pumunta ni Pablo sa Corinth when I am there, pag andyan na ako sa Corinth, I beg you that I may not have to show boldness with such confidence as I count on showing against some who suspect of us walking according to the flesh. What is Paul saying here? Kasi nga, nung unang mga sulat niya, mabigat yung pananalita niya, people are thinking, ay, si Pablo is just doing things for himself according to the standards of takbo ng pamumuhay ng mga tao, ordinaryong tao. No. He's saying, no, I'm not doing anything like that. For though we walk in the flesh, meaning we walk in the physical bodies, we are not waging war against according to the flesh. Sabi lang, Ronald, you lost me there. What Paul is saying is, bilang lingkod ng Diyos, kahit na namumuhay ako sa katawang tao, hindi ako nabubuhay para sa kagusto ng tao o ayon sa dikta ng mundo. Paul goes on to say, for the weapons of our warfare, the things that we do in our ministry towards God, ay nakasalalay sa mga bagay na ipinagkaloob ng Diyos. The weapons of our warfare. Nakikibaka siya sa maling pamamaraan, sa maling pamamalakad ng mundo. For the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh. Hindi gawang tao, hindi physical na mga bagay-bagay. But these are divine power from God, spiritual weapons, spiritual tools to break strongholds. Yung maling pag-iisip, yung maling pamumuhay na parang hindi mo matitinag, stronghold. So this is something beyond the physical. And Paul is saying, ginagawa namin ang paglilingkod sa Diyos, hindi ayon sa pamamalakad ng mundo, hindi ayon sa takbo ng karamihang mga tao, kundi ayon sa biyaya at kaloob ng Diyos para kalabanin yung maling pamamalakad ng mundo. We destroy arguments and every lofty opinion. Yung mga opinion mga argumento laban sa pamamalakad ng Diyos, sa mga prinsipyo ng Diyos, ay kinukontra niya. Hindi sa ganyang sariling pisikal na kaalaman, kundi sa biyaya at kaloob at mga pinagkatiwala sa kanya ng Diyos. Ready to punish every disobedience. Ibig sabihin, I will not hold back. Kung kailangan sabihin na isang bagay mali, ayon sa salita ng Diyos, He is ready to speak up against it. Now, what is that saying to us? Ngayon that we are living in a world na hindi mo malaman ano ba tama, mali. Tayo lang ba ay mamumuhay ayon sa sinasabi ng tao o ayon sa sinasabi ng Diyos? And this is the challenge that Paul poses towards us. Kung tayo tagasunod ni Kristo, and hear me out in this, kung tayo tagasunod ni Kristo, tayo ba ay magpapadala sa dikta ng mundo at mga tao na hindi kumikilala sa Diyos? O tayo magpapasakop sa pangunguna ng Diyos na nagdikta sa atin, na nagmahal sa atin, na nagbibigay ng lahat ng ating pangangailangan? I would encourage you, let us trust and follow God. And I pray that that will be something that is real in our lives. Not just an afterthought, not just an idea in our minds, but our daily living, a daily lifestyle. Intentional, decisive. Hindi dala ng pangangailangan, hindi dala ng sinasabi ng tao, kundi depende sa pag-uudyok ng Diyos Ama sa pamamagitan ng Kanyang Banal na Espiritu. May God bless us as we do so. May God bless us as we live out and follow His word.